However, such governments have no right to interfere in religious matters. Therefore, the use of word, rulers, in the title of this book, Shias and the despotic rulers does not imply only Sunni rulers. It includes all oppressive and tyrant rulers. It must also be mentioned that the hardships to which the Sunni rulers subjected the Shias were due to political reasons and it had no connection with religious matters. In short, the aim of writing this book is so that the reader should have freedom in his beliefs, expression of opinion and action, and he may thus act according to his conscience. For him achieve this aim, if the need arises, he must be prepared to lay down his life and sacrifice even something more than that. If this book achieves the goal that I aspire, I will know that my labors are not wasted. If it does not, I would consider that it is due to my shortcomings. A deep research of history has led me to conclude that if the rulers had not been authoritarian and oppressive, Islam would have spread in such a manner that today you will not find a single non-Muslim in the whole world. The final point is that when people reach the corridors of power, they undergo such a transformation that they lose all the good qualities. Look at those politicians, who before coming to power, were considered reliable by the people and who were looked upon to be such that they would not break the high moral principles. Once they attain power they start talking about diplomacy and exigency. The only exceptions to this rule are those whom Allah protects against deviation. But such personages are only a handful. I pray to the Almighty Allah that for the sake of Muhammad and Al Muhammad, He bestows upon us the good sense to acquire fine qualities and moral virtues. Muhammad Jawad Mufniya, Beirut, 1962. 1. This highlights the difference between People's Republic and Islamic Republic. 2. In the view of Shias, an inferior person can never have precedence over a superior one. They base their contention on the Quranic verse. Is he then who guides to the truth more worthy to be followed, or he who himself does not go aright unless he is guided? What then is the matter with you? How do you judge? 10:35. The follower of Zayd, the martyr, used to consider Ali to be superior. But, in their opinion it was allowed to give precedence to the inferior. According to the belief of Zaydiyya, anyone from the progeny of Fatima, who stages an uprising for the sake of truth can become an imam, provided he is learned, pious, brave, and generous. 3. Despite there being Shias, note of al-islam.org. Shares differences among Muslims. His Eminence, the Messenger of Allah, was the founder of Islam. During his lifetime, all the Muslims were united and there were no sects. It was such because the Prophet was the sole point of reference, who was consulted with regarding the Holy Quran and religious matters. If any difference arose among the Muslims regarding some matter, the Prophet was present there in person to remove it. No one had the right to object to any decision of the Prophet, or express his own opinion because the Almighty Allah had declared, "Then if you quarrel about anything, refer it to Allah and the Apostle." 4:59. Hence, during the tenure of the Prophet, all Muslims used to present to him their problems and the issue of differing opinions never arose. After the passing away of the Holy Prophet all Muslims were unanimous on 6 points of religious belief. God is one. 2. His Eminence, Muhammad is the Messenger of God. 3. The Holy Quran is revealed by God. 4. On the Judgment Day all those who are dead would be raised to life again. 5. Accounting of deeds will take place on Judgment Day. 6. Paradise and hell are real. These 6 points are related to fundamentals of the Islamic faith. As far as religious rituals are concerned, like prayers, fasting, the Hajj pilgrimage and the Zakat tax, the Messenger of Allah himself demonstrated their methods. Nevertheless, there arose differences among the Muslims on issues, in which ijtihad one can be practiced. These issues were related to the details of beliefs and matters of Islamic jurisprudence. However, such differences did not change the basis of one's being a Muslim, and did not remove one from the pale of Islam because 1. The difference pertained not to the oneness of being but to the oneness of qualities. That is, whether the qualities of Allah are inherent in his own being or in addition to his being. 2. The difference is not about the messengership of His Eminence, the Holy Prophet but about his infallibility, that is whether he was infallible before his appointment as prophet, or his infallibility began only when he was appointed as a divine messenger. 3. Difference didn't arise regarding the authenticity of the Holy Quran, but about its being created or eternal. 4. Differences didn't crop up about the occurrence of resurrection. It is about whether human beings will be resurrected with their original bodies, or only their souls shall be made to account for their deeds. Also, there was no difference about the prayers being obligatory. The difference arose over whether the chapter of Quran surah is a part of the prayers, or otherwise. So, difference over such matters do not become the cause of one being expelled from Islam. Neither can it be said that he is not a follower of the Holy Prophet's major Muslim sects. After the departure of the Holy Prophetess, differences developed among the Muslims over some principles of Islam that refer to faith and spiritual matters. Differences also developed over secondary matters that refer to articles of acts being obligatory, unlawful, or permissible. The Mu'tazila and Ash'ari sects came into existence due to differences over the fundamentals of faith. But these differences were not about jurisprudence that are related to deeds. Meanwhile, the Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i and Hanbali schools came about because of differences over matters related to jurisprudence. 2. In the matter of principles of faith, all these sects follow the Ash'ari school, referring to Abu al-Hasan Ash'ari Baghdadi. 3. Shia scholars agree with other Muslims on the principles of faith but differ with them about many problems of jurisprudence. In this way, the difference in principles of faith is not the cause of agreement in secondary matters of religion, and difference in secondary matters of religion is not the cause of agreement in principles of faith. Some scholars have carried the number of Islamic sects to 73 to make it in conformity with a tradition quoted from the Holy Prophetess, in which he is reported to have said, "The Jews were divided into 71 sects after Musa and Christians got divided into 72 sects after Isa. After me my followers will be divided into 73 sects." We present below a brief account of the Islamic sects. The following are 4 major groups viz. 1. Shia. 2. Khawarij. 3. Mu'tazila. 4. Ash'ari. Shia. According to the Shia belief, the appointment of an imam leader is the duty of the Holy Prophet of Islam. This matter was not delegated to the Ummah. The Shias believe that the Holy Prophet has clearly specified Ali ibn Abi Talib as his successor and imam of the Ummah, and that it is necessary for the imam to be superior to the companions of the Prophet. The Shias also believe that it is necessary for the imam to be immune from committing mistakes. Khawarij. Khawarij is distinct from other Islamic sects. They believe that it is not necessary for the caliph to be from the Quraysh or Arabs. Arabs and non-Arabs are equal in the matter of Islamic rulership. The Khawarij believe that one who commits a major sin becomes an infidel. They also believe that it is sinful to have an opinion against the opinion of Khawarij sect, and to perform ijtihad. Although the Khawarij knew that Imam Ali didn't take any steps in connection with the arbitration in the Battle of Siffin, they considered him infidel because he had agreed to it. A group of Khawarij, called Azarika, believes that whoever opposes the Khawarij is a polytheist and that it is necessary to fight and eliminate him. Mu'tazila. There are 5 principles that distinguish Mu'tazila from other sects. 1. Unity in the sense that Allah is one and that His attributes are inherent in Him. 2. Justice in the sense that the affairs of a man's life is determined by himself. 3. Belief in a stage between 2 stages, which means that a person who commits a major sin neither remains a believer, nor does he become a disbeliever. He is however a transgressor. He does not remain a believer because he has not perfected his good qualities, and he is not a disbeliever because he testifies to the oneness of God and prophethood of Muhammad. After death, he shall remain in hell forever, because in the hereafter there is either paradise or hell. Nevertheless, in hell his punishment will not be severe, and he can be called a Muslim. 4. Belief in promise and threat. It means that when Allah promises spiritual reward or